Look at this image for a moment. Every year, millions of tourists travel to New York City. They get on boats, they look up, and they take pictures of a giant green woman. They see a famous monument, they see a symbol of America. But here is the truth that most people completely pass by. Most people look at the Statue of Liberty without ever understanding what she is actually trying to say. They think it is just a tourist attraction. They think it is just an old piece of history. But structures this grand are never built by accident. Every line, every color, and every hidden detail is a word in a silent language. If you do not know the history, you will see only stone and metal. But if you learn the secret story, if you understand how she moved, how she changed, and what lies hidden at her feet, then slowly everything changes. In this video, you are not just going to memorize historical facts, you are going to understand this great monument in a way that most people never do. Simple, clear, real. And at the same time, this video will help you improve your English. By listening carefully, you will learn how to think and feel in English. So stay with me until the end. Let us start with a very simple question. What color is the Statue of Liberty? Most people will immediately answer, she is green, but that is a very limited understanding. When the statue was first built in the year 1886, she was not green at all. Imagine standing in New York Harbor over 100 years ago. You look up and you see a giant statue shining brilliantly like a new penny. She was a bright, glowing reddish-brown. Why? Because her entire skin was made of copper, the exact same metal used to make electrical wires and coins. So, how did she become green? She changed because of a natural process called oxidation. For decades, the heavy rain, the salty sea air, and the wind beat against her copper skin. A chemical reaction took place. Slowly, year by year, the bright brown turned into a dark chocolate, then a dusty olive, and finally into the beautiful sea green color we see today. This green layer is called a patina. It is not damage. It is actually a protective shield that stops the inner iron frame from rusting away. Think about this in your own life. Sometimes the harsh storms of life change us. They change our appearance. They test our strength. But often those difficult experiences create a protective layer, a quiet strength that preserves who we are. Now, let us look at another incredible mystery. How did a giant 200-ton monument cross the Atlantic Ocean in the 19th century? The statue was built in France as a massive gift of friendship to America. But a structure this large could never fit on a ship in one piece. So the creators had to do something extraordinary. They had to take her completely apart. They disassembled the entire statue into 350 individual pieces. Imagine packing a giant metallic jigsaw puzzle into 214 heavy wooden crates. These crates traveled across rough ocean waters, through dangerous storms. When they finally landed in New York, the real challenge began. There were no modern cranes. There were no computers. Workers had to climb dangerous, high scaffolding, high above the water, to assemble the pieces, piece by piece, on top of a stone pedestal. It took months of patient, disciplined, and terrifying work. This teaches us a profound language lesson. When you look at fluent English speakers, you are looking at a completed statue. It looks beautiful and seamless. But remember, that fluency was built in pieces. Every vocabulary word you learn, every grammar structure you master, is one small piece of copper being bolted into place. Do not worry if your progress feels slow. You are simply assembling your own system, piece by piece. Let us finish with the most important secret of all, the detail that almost every tourist misses. When people look at the Statue of Liberty, they focus on her face. They look at her crown with its 7 sharp points representing the 7 oceans and continents. They look at the torch held high in her right hand, shining a light for travelers. But if you want to understand her true message, you must look down. You must look at her feet. Many people think the statue is standing still, like a guard. But if you look closely, her right heel is lifted. She is not standing still, she is walking forward. And next to her feet, half hidden beneath her robes, lie broken shackles and chains. These broken chains are the real heart of the monument. She is not just holding a light, she is actively escaping captivity. She is breaking free from oppression. Most people live their lives inside invisible chains, chains of fear, chains of bad habits, or the belief that they cannot learn something new, like a difficult language. But the message written in the metal is clear. Freedom is not a static state. Freedom is an action. It requires you to step forward, to break the old shackles, and to walk into a brighter future. Now, let us look at the final piece of the mystery, the object she holds close to her heart. In her left hand, the statue holds a large stone tablet. If you look closely, there are no long poems written on this stone. There are no complicated phrases. Instead, there are only a few sharp, engraved letters and numbers. They read July 4th, MDC7L XXXV. This is the date of July 4th, 1776, written in ancient Roman numerals. It is the day America declared its independence. But why a tablet? In ancient history, laws were written on stone tablets so they could never be changed and never be forgotten. The creators placed this tablet in her hand to show that true freedom cannot exist without structure. Freedom is not chaotic. It relies on a foundation of principles and law. This brings us to the final and most important truth of our journey. Many people want the freedom of speaking English fluently. They want to travel, they want to pass exams, they want to speak without fear. But they try to achieve this freedom without a tablet, without a structure. They practice only when they feel motivated. They study randomly, changing methods every single week, and because they have no structure, they stay trapped in confusion. Fluency is not built by a single moment of inspiration. It is built by your own personal tablet of law, your daily discipline. It is the decision to listen to English for 15 minutes every morning, to write down 5 new words every evening, and to keep going even when you feel tired. When you give your learning a structure, you are not restricting yourself, you are building the foundation for your future freedom. As we finish our journey today, look at the statue one last time. She does not hide her changes. She wears her green skin with pride, showing the world that she survived the storms of time. She stands on a deep pedestal, holding her laws in one hand and breaking her chains with her feet. And high above everything else, her torch shines bright. That torch is a reminder that knowledge and learning are the ultimate lights that guide us out of the dark. Every time you listen to a story, every time you study a difficult phrase, you are feeding that flame. Do not be afraid of the slow progress. Do not be ashamed if your copper is still turning green. Keep assembling your puzzle, piece by piece. Keep stepping forward and win your own game. Thank you for staying with me until the end. If this slow journey helped you see history and English in a new way, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and keep learning with me on English Planet. I will see you in the next chapter.